DeSTREAMber.
I got some tequila in it.
Episode 23.
Episode 23, baby.
And guys, forgive me in advance. I am sick as hell right now, so you might hear coughing in the background or not, but don't worry, I'm here for you.
Hey guys. No today.
You said what?
No gabbing for Marco today. It's all right. We'll fill in for him. We'll fill in for him.
And I'm gonna gab as much as I can, but you ready for the first topic of the night?
Yeah.
All right, let's get it. So in this clip right here, a woman is upset that her date picked her up in a BMW X6 instead of a Scat Pack. Let's see what kind of woman she is. No. Why would you call her that?
Oh,
these women are goddesses. I'm offended that you would say that. I almost ended the stream right there. You are on thin ice, buddy. These women are goddesses. They deserve to be treated like the queens they are, especially when they make babies with multiple niggas, especially when they ain't worth shit and they're on child support, especially when they're taking Section A and still demand people or the men that they date to be high value. So don't go there, buddy. Okay, don't go there with me right now. Okay. All right, let's watch this. Gosh damn, the misogynistic man in this world.
Like, I don't have time for this. I do not want to be in this car. I don't want to be seen in this car at all. Thank you, but you're not looking so good. Because why are you in this BMW? Why are you in this car? Why are you not in the Scat Pack or Hellcat? Something like that. Like, what's
you
up?
go off,
like,
queen.
Why you keep, what's
wrong with my BMW?
I don't like this. I don't like this. And we had this conversation. Like, I don't
That's
like
right, queen.
This.
It's a car.
No, it's not the
Demand
car.
nothing but the
BMW.
best.
You want to have a black mother wondering? You know what BMW stand for?
This is
you want me to get in the car?
Why are you tripping about what car?
Like, I just can't do this.
I don't have a Scat Pack. I have a BMW.
Well, you need to get you a Scat Pack. That's what I want to be in. I don't want to be seen in this car. I don't want to be in this car. I don't want to be seen getting out the car. Nothing.
That's right,
I don't want
queen.
to be seen getting in this car. I do not like this car. Let me check it out. Look at this. Why you not in no Scat Pack? Why is you in this?
You don't want to go on a date with me because I'm in a BMW?
Yes, like what you think is all that because it's an A6Q6 QRTS, whatever, the LGBTQ, like, whatever.
So what you saying? You don't want to go on a date with me because I'm in a BMW?
No, I don't like this car. I wanna be in a Scat Pack. I want to be in a Hellcat, something fast, loud.
I was looking forward to this day all week. I had everything planned out for us to have a good time.
Well, we're gonna have to replan or we're gonna have to just delete everything. I don't wanna.
This is a BMW.
Are you tripping? Nah, this ain't
looking good. I'm looking good. Why are you making a big thing about
a BMW?
I don't have a Scat Pack.
There you go, queen. Always demand your worth to be praised first. Because why would you go in a BMW? Why would you go in a BMW? Exactly, queen. Stand up for yourself. Don't let these misogynistic men pull up in a BMW. I mean, a BMW? Really? It's the Billy Manilli of luxury cars. All right.
That's still a nice car, though, regardless.
No, she's a queen and she demands the best. Okay? She demands the best and she needs to be in a Scat Pack. Even though she doesn't have one herself, she needs to be in one.
Plug in.
She is a strong, independent black woman, and she deserves the best, even if she doesn't have it herself. So, go off, queen. Go off, queen. That's right. That's my girl, Kamala. Oh yeah, no, I did what she did. You know, I ate some collard greens off the bathtub.
Jeez.
You know, there's a couple pubic hairs in there, but I was able to take them out. But that's right, girl. You go off, queen. You go off. Now let's go to the comment section because I know they all agree with me. Let's see how the comments are today. I know they're going to be very positive. I am surprised. I would have been, bitch, you can walk. Young brother, leave that 304. There's so many misogynistic comments on here, guys. Oh my goodness.
Stevie Wonder complaining.
Yeah. In all seriousness, though, she's a stank ass hoe.
No, factual.
She's doing you a favor, buddy.
I mean, dude did it to himself too much. I've been
This
looking
nigga
forward to this
said
all week.
he said I've been waiting on this day all week, and he admitted it. You
man.
can admit it to your homies, right? It's okay to admit shit like that to your homies, but you meant that a girl?
Yeah,
that's
bro,
not even
it's
your
like,
girl.
Yeah, dog. It's weird, bro. It's just weird energy, bro. He's like, I've been waiting for this all week. What the fuck is this? High school?
Dude, sure.
You know what I mean? Motherfucker, I've been waiting for this all week. Ugh. Yeah, bro. Like, listen. If you got a disgraceful, ungrateful asshole like this, brother, she's doing you a favor and she's telling you who she is. Listen to her. Take all the advice you can. Take your advice from me. That bitch is doing you a favor. I swear. I remember I was a kid. I think I was like 17. I was trying to impress this hoe. Everybody already cracked in the neighborhood, but I was over here trying to impress her. I was over there, man, she liked me. You know, knowing damn well she already cracked half the niggas in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, bruh. And she got tattoos on her side, man. I'm telling you, dog. She is a thotty. She is a thotty, buddy.
The universal trim sounds.
Yeah, when a bitch have a shoulder tattoos like this and she walks around with the one that's above her titties, that shirt.
Yeah.
Those girls are up to no good, dog. They're up to no good. And so, nah, bro. She did, and the thing is, the only reason she's saying that shit is because she didn't want to fuck you. So she was just looking for a reason to not fuck you.
She went in there to like downplay the situation so she can leave with knowing that she doesn't feel bad for fucking.
Yeah, she's the type of bitch to do that and then go fuck some Pookie and Ray Ray and then complain how men ain't shit.
Yeah, and then Pookie and Ray Ray disappeared.
Nah, she was probably serious about that, low key. She was probably dead ass about
the scat pack.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be worse if she was. I just think she was making an excuse to get out.
Yeah, she was making an excuse though. She was like really just trying to like make the dude feel like he's not worthy of the coochie.
Yeah. No, the thing is that coochie's been blown out probably multiple times. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, why the fuck do I gotta impress some hoe whose coochie's been blown out multiple times and it ain't worth shit? I'm like, man, I could throw a fucking nickel down that coochie and it's like a hallway.
Jeez.
So it's like, bro, she's doing you a favor, though.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, man, it's a hallway. You're like here hitting the floor. Like right once you stick it in, there's a lot of air. You're like, gosh, damn, bitch, you been blown out. Because women like that, they have no future, they have no goals, they're garbage, and you shouldn't waste your time with women like that. If you can afford a BMW, then brother, you're doing something right in life. You're doing something right in life. Now, would I be trying to impress these hoes? No. Because at the end of the day, these hoes don't care. They don't care about you and your accomplishments. They only care what they can take from you. That's it. So, hey, pick up your chest, take that on the chin, and keep it pushing. You got this, brother. But yeah, man, it just sucks to see when when guys like this that are actually doing something in life that are
motherfucker had a BMW. I'm pretty sure BMW and a scat pack are like the same price. Well, the red key and the BMWs, I want to say in the 70,000s.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know the bitch can't do math, but gosh damn.
That's how I know the bitch can't do math.
Bitch said she's like, I have to see, like, if it was a Toyota, yeah, but all right, yeah, whatever, stink bitch. But like BMW, bitch, did you do the math before you fucking say what you just said? Like, you did the research at least?
This bitch said LBGQ, or what did she say?
She started trying to come up with acronyms and shit. Nah, shut your goofy ass up.
Yeah, man. It's just
she needs a Pookie Rare.
Yeah.
My thing is, why he even explain himself? I would have been like, all right, well, peace.
Oh, because he probably, honestly, I don't know. Like, he reminds me of a brother that does great in life, but he was raised by a single mom. Yeah. So he goes off the standards of, what he was raised on.
Yeah, he probably should have just went to the hood, got them little fat white girls. You know what I'm saying? Give him a Becky, blow his brains out. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Don't be fucking with the ratchet hoes. Go get you a Becky.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, man. Shit. A Becky wouldn't be complaining. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you got that right. But anyways, yo, you seen that topic I sent you on Instagram?
Which one?
On Boosie. Boosie badass.
Man, it's been a minute since I heard anything about Boosie.
Yeah, every time Boosie say something, it's always some dumb ass shit. Or sometimes it could be legit.
Okay, for the most part, he's talking about pretty much talking about what we were talking about yesterday, where it's talk after the streets movement.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see. All right, let's see.
People saying fuck the streets and all this. I'm not with it because I am, I'm a big part of the streets. That's what my love is. That's what my genuine love is. They love me so much, and I'm always speak up for the streets, bro. We talking about how it traumatized it. Yeah, it fucked us up, but it made us success stories.
Okay.
For who, nigga?
Listen, this brother's been in prison for multiple years and multiple times he's been arrested.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Like, I don't know.
He get molested in prison talking about that success story.
Yeah, man, I did what I had to do and this and that. I'm like, dog.
Yeah, I had to get baby oil poured on me, but you know what I mean? Man, I get the money.
A couple niggas took my booty, but that's about learning. It's about learning things. I may have a limp for the rest of my life, but it's okay. Yeah. I learned that. Nah, bro.
I learned that my butt is more important. So let me stop getting in trouble.
Nah, bro. It's like a lot of these brothers. Let's let them finish.
Everybody who was traumatized by the streets, it made you a success story to lead them streets. Streets made everything. Hip hop, NFL, NBA. All these are people who come from the most 60% are from the NBA are from the streets. All athletes are from the streets. They had to play ball to leave the streets. So the streets got success stories. This shit ain't all trauma. Trauma turned into success. Let's keep it real, bro. Like, man, I ain't gonna nah, man. We ain't finna be on no fuck the street shit, especially if you done made it off the streets, nigga. Come on, man. Like, take the streets out of all our music. Take street shit out, all our music. Who are we now? Who are you now without that street message that you preach to everybody? Who are you now, nigga? Yeah, man. So that ain't cool, right? I'm not with the fuck the street shit. I feel like y'all using that as a gateway for when y'all get in trouble. If everybody saying fuck the street, by the time y'all get in trouble, now y'all have a gateway. I'm telling, fuck the streets. I ain't going for it. I'm standing up, man. Yeah.
Listen, I kind of get what he's saying.
Like an ignorant uncle. You know what I mean? He could be saying shit like all this conspiracy theories, but it don't add up.
Yeah, bro. I get what he's saying, but at the same time, who is that helping? Who are the streets helping? Like, what? At the end of the day, there's success stories. However, those are very little compared to the traumatic stories in the streets. Those are very little. And it's like, if you want to embrace the streets, okay, I understand, but it's like, understand that the streets ain't embracing you. And so what is it doing to our community as a whole? You know what I mean? We have more people in jail, in prison right now than there ever has been slaves here in America. We have more brothers in jail, in prison, than there ever was slaves here in America. And so it's like, yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, there's just a few success stories. There's a few success stories in everything. However, the majority is there's a bunch of niggas getting locked up, getting their booty taken in prison or jail. And we want to call it, you want to defend that shit? You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro, I'm not.
He's saying, all right, there's success stories in the streets. But a lot of them niggas go to the NBA, aka John Morant, and then they just self-implode. Actually, John Morant's not from the streets, but
he's from like, suburb. I was about to say he's from suburb.
Yeah, but I was like, some of these niggas go to the NBA and spend all their fucking money, and then they back in the streets again. So, man, like I can see if it's like, okay, so like you got your few and far betweens: Carmelo Anthony, LeBron. Which Carmelo Anthony is Puerto Rican, but LeBron from Akron. You got like D Wade. You got people that legit came out and changed.
Those are the few, though.
Those are few. Like, you're talking about like under 25.
Yeah, bro. That's like a 10% difference between all the niggas that don't make it. You know what I mean? All the motherfuckers that don't make it in the streets. There's 90% of them that don't fucking make it.
And Boosie only made it out the streets because his rapping talent, which I don't really like his music.
It wasn't his rapping, it was his social media presence. That's when he blew up because he was a good rapper. Don't worry, like back in the day, I used to bump Boosie heavy. However, it's like, I used to bump that shit heavy. That shit was heavy in Flint. But fucking no, bro, like. Yeah, Boosie, he only popped off until after he became a social media presence. And so
is he saying that like, oh, don't say fuck the streets because it's you are what you are because of the streets. That's the love. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead and earn your stripes. You go to jail. It's a choice. People don't be getting raped in jail. They want that. That's what they want.
They do.
Damn. They go in. They not straight for real. They go in and then they turn gay and then they come out like that. Look at me. I wasn't like that. I held it down. I was 10 toes. I'm Boosie badass.
Nah, I know Boosie got a few stories he don't want to tell nobody.
Yeah, there's a few stories he probably hasn't said, but I'm not even gonna get into that. Yeah, bro. It's like, nah, but at the same time, it's like I get what he's saying. Unfortunately, though, that shit outweighs the many. So those few stories you're talking about are being outweighed tremendously by the stories that we don't hear about, all the tragic stories. You talk about all the trauma, the negativity. Like I said, we have more people per capita in our community in prison right now than we ever had as slaves. And so
that's all the streets.
Yeah, and that's the streets. And I'm just like, bro, what has like, and then the thing is, what has rap done? What is the streets done for our people in a whole other than give us trauma?
Yeah, fuck the streets.
Yeah, fuck the streets. Like, and a lot of people say, "Oh, but these are civilians. You're civilians," and you say this and that. It's like, no, but we still lived in the same community. Yeah, bro. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that.
Civilians, nigga. He ain't got no 30 mag.
Yeah.
How about 30?
He ain't got no 30 mag.
Yeah, that dude yesterday. Yeah, no, this is a bunch of dudes that are scammed their way to the top. You know what I mean? They scammed their way to the top. They're a bunch of scammers, a bunch of shortcut takers. And yeah, of course the streets did good for you because you're one of the few that weren't caught, or you're one of the few that actually made it out. Which, hey, commend you on that. However, that's not the story for everybody else. And so it's like, nah, bro, like, fuck them streets, dog. Them streets ain't doing nothing for us. They've only destroyed families, destroyed people, and destroyed our community. And so, no, it's like, fuck the streets overall. Like, as much as, and the thing is, I grew up, fucking around in the streets and stuff like that. We all, I had my time. And so, but it just wasn't, it didn't do nothing for me, man. Like, it just, there was no end goal with fucking with the streets. There was no end goal. And I'm glad I got out the time I did because most of the niggas I was rocking with, they're either dead or in prison. And that's just it's the fucked up reality of it. And so, yeah, no, I say fuck the streets, respectfully.
Them niggas act like they don't see it coming.
Not respectfully. Fuck the streets.
No, I say respectfully. I don't want to, because at the same time, he is halfway correct, but he's in the wrong place. His heart's in the wrong place.
He's not correct at all. There's nothing correct about what he's saying.
No, he is correct about the people that do make it, but that's just so little, though. That's the percentage of those people are so little. And so that's why I say he's like,
you want me to rap you? Like,
oh, wait.
See, like, my bad. I'm trying to take every time, bro. Hold on, we got a segue real quick. Reggie's always
I can barely hear you, dog.
He complaining. Like, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's something's going on with it.
I mean,
y'all good?
Everything's straight on this end.
You guys went
out. No, go ahead. Continue.
I can't even hear you no more.
Continue. Yeah.
Hey, can you guys pull out and then come back in?
Yeah.
Pause.
Is you?
Nah, my shit's going great.
Kind of right with me, to be honest with you. But I am tripping.
Is you, nigga?
No, I hear you now.
No, so like to get back on point though, like I don't mean to cut you off, but like I don't think what he's saying is right or correct at all, especially for somebody who spent the vast majority of his life in jail, you know, who's been in the streets. Like, sure, you might have a certain level of appreciation for it because you know you've been through that life, but to just be like, yo, advocating for it is diabolical. That's nasty.
Yeah, advocating. Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not right.
Like, come on,
it's not positive.
Because I know there's been times he was in jail, especially on holidays.
Yeah,
you know, times he wanted to go and do his own thing, or when he was in the streets dealing with unnecessary beef and stressed out for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
He was fighting for his ass.
When he could have been doing
on Christmas
better things and proving his lifestyle and and intellect, fitness, health, all that stuff. Like that's way more important than like, just the streets showed me love. I still love the streets. Like you can be saying that's all wrong. Like when it comes to the streets, people say fuck the streets when you're in trouble. Like, no, man, fuck the streets. Like that shit ain't cool whatsoever. The thing is it's fun. It's romanticized by people because it's a life where people can go around and act like they do what they want and they have full sovereignty over who they are as a person and what on. But realistically, that's 0.0000001% of people who actually even get to truly live that full fantasy for real, and everything that comes with that ain't even real. So I don't rock with it. I don't think he's right at all. That's crazy.
No, yeah, no, it's no, yeah. In that sense, yeah, no, he's 100% wrong.
Yeah,
in that
sense, he's 100% wrong. Because people always romanticize the streets. You know what I mean? And you know this being in the army because there's been so many people you came in, especially like me. So many people talking about Chirac, Block, this. I'm like, it's not even really like that for real. Y'all watch too many movies, you watch too much TV, like you listen to too much drill, like you know what I mean? And it's only affecting the people who's there even more because now the people who are making a drill rap or the people who want to portray this image are going to do even more extreme things or precarious activities to making it worse for the people who don't even really give a fuck about that lifestyle. They just try to live their life. So I don't rock with it at all because it's like, fuck that. If the street showed you some love, you wouldn't have been in jail trying to fight for your ass. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, no, true. And so it's like, was the streets there when that nigga took your booty?
Thanks.
Yeah, but speaking of the streets though, we got a positive story on this one.
No,
so you remember we talked about we got something positive on the streets, coming out of the streets. So you guys remember that actor from Ned Classified?
Yeah.
So one that was homeless and he was a child actor.
Yeah.
So so he was he was a child actor on Ned Declassified, the survival guide how to survive what is it, middle school or high school?
Yeah.
Something like that. But so that show went on for I think like 5 seasons or something like that. And so now they all have their own podcasts and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But so one of his old co-stars came out and actually put him up in a hotel like for I think a year or something.
Oh, that's fire.
And so, for him to get back on his feet and things like that, like he looks bad. Like he was going through some rough times. And so let's check out this video. It's actually sweet.
There we go. All right, we're in here, man. Can you work with it? Yeah. They work with it. That way you know you got a place, man, in case it gets wet out here. Okay? You got a bathroom in here if you need as well. And this was the only one that was local and open, okay? Okay, this is so much.
Oh, you said what?
Yeah, he's speaking, bro.
Yeah,
man, shout out to that man. We'll give him a round of applause real quick.
Yeah, man, that's his old coworker or his old co-star on that show.
Cheers, man.
And so, yeah, man, that's what's up though, man. He helped him out, helped get his place, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something positive, man. We gotta help each other. And if we can help each other, if you got the resources to help somebody, do it. You know what I mean?
You typically don't see like, homeless man getting help like that for real.
Oh yeah. No, that's what's up though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was actually cool.
That
was actually good.
Have you ever seen clips from what is it? I think it's not a podcast, it's a YouTube channel, Soft White Underbelly. You know what I'm talking about? Soft White what? Soft White Underbelly. This guy, he goes around and interviews like drug addicts and homeless people from like North Cal.
Okay.
Like San Francisco or something like that. Low key, that's what that kind of reminded me of. Like he doesn't necessarily give them a place to stay or try to do like GoFundMe's or anything like that.
Yeah.
But he just like puts their story out there for people to see. And I think other people just try to like go and help, especially like the young people, like the kids that are strung out on drugs and then Skid Row and all these weird places and these precarious situations. It's heartwarming to see stuff like that happen. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see Boozy over here talking about some. I love the streets. I don't fuck the streets. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, man, that dude living in the fucking. He living in his own property outside the streets and stuff.
Exactly.
I'm just like, if you love the streets so much, go back. You know what I mean? Take your family and go back to the streets. Do it.
Okay, now you OD.
Yeah, no, I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you love the streets so much. The streets are your home. Take your family there and have them struggle there.
Family, and don't hire no security. Just go straight up into the streets.
Yeah, man, you good, right? The streets love you like that, right?
What's that?
Nah, bro. It's just trash, though. To come up with that. But going to this story right quick, a woman says it's time to let men be themselves, stressing that showing emotion doesn't make them gay and that a man doesn't have to pay for everything to be considered a real man. Let's see what she's talking about.
We need to break the cycle of these tired ass rules of what makes a man a man. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. A man can cry. A man can express himself through fashion. A man doesn't have to pay for everything at the dinner table. And about the overused gay allegations towards men, just because they don't follow the standards, I'm tired of hearing that bullshit. Just because a man wears lip balm, that doesn't make him gay. Just because a man wears piercings, that doesn't make him gay. Just because a man is brave enough to express his emotions and cry in this generation, it doesn't make him gay. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, be a man, be a man, be a man. But what is a man actually supposed to be? Let men be human, not programmed.
Okay. I mean,
is she though?
I don't know. There's some parts in there.
There's some things in there, but for the most part,
it was a positive.
I mean,
look, the part where she says it's okay for men to cry depends on the situation. I mean, if you're just a sniveling little pussy, you have to cry all the time. You know what I mean? Like the thing is, men. Yes, there has been a big amount of pressure on men that to follow standards, to do certain things, and I do see what she's saying, but it's like the certain things to talk about. I'm like, men don't truly care about this stuff.
I do believe that a man should pay for the first date, and then if you're with someone, like if it's a committed relationship, if you have the means, you should pay for everything. Like that's not even as a sense of just like, oh, as a man, that's what you're supposed to be doing. I think it's one of those things that like, if you're paying for everything, and then you put your girl, your shorty in a position to like, work part-time or do whatever weird hobby she wants to do, that just puts you one step like in a step higher in that position in terms of that hierarchy, because it's like you're the man.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, but the thing is, most guys were about that 50 stuff. Yeah, no, and the thing is, that's better than doing it 100% by yourself. Shit, if you get with a man that you're down to do 50-50 with, or that's down to do 50-50 with you, I mean, shit, that's better than most women doing it 100% by yourself. And so, no, man, like fucking, I get what she's saying, but it's like, I think I get what she's saying, but it's just that it's that idea where men, are okay to do this things. Like, sometimes men do gotta man the fuck up. And I do think there's a high amount of pressure, you know what I mean, on men. I do think that too.
Yeah.
And so I'm like in that gray area where it's like, it's okay. You don't have to be the fucking alpha all the time. But at the same time, don't be a pussy. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say be the alpha, but I think just being like a hard target in a sense, right? Because like one thing I always say is if you give someone an inch, they'll take a mile, right? Yeah. So if you present yourself as weak or seemingly weak, that's how people will, especially these cuck ass niggas out here, they will literally take it and run with it. And so you have to present like this solid, firm image. That way, like the cucks can stay in their lane. Like literally the dudes who will never throw a punch, right? They'll sit in the back with the girls. The ones who will never go to war. You know what I mean? So like as long as you present yourself appropriately, everything else should be fine. Like you don't need to be alpha to show that like you'll stand.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and the term alpha does get thrown around a lot. And it's like now you got to be, and this is why I have that disconnect with that red pill community too. It's just like, no, just be a man. It's okay, to have off steps and to figure shit out. But at the same time, it's like, you're not losing if you don't have a fucking Bugatti. You know what I mean? Like you're doing okay. If you're paying your bills, you have a place to stay, you have a roof over your head, you got a place to stay. You're doing okay. You're doing better than most.
Now, what I will say, right, and where I agree with the red pill community more than like the blue pill, is that you should have ambition. Yeah. Like you shouldn't want to be stagnant. Like, there's times where like I'm mad comfortable, and then I'll snap out of it. Like, no, there's still more to be done. Like I should be chasing higher, higher like things, higher goals. Like right now, homies just hit me up talking about let's go to boxing. First thing that came to my mind is like, bro, I'm boxing. Like I'm a lover, not a fighter. If I got to fight, like I'm going crazy. But
yeah, I don't know, but it's a good workout. Like I used to be a street boxer. Yeah, and fucking it's a good way to stay in shape. Like I ain't gonna lie, a good way to stay in shape, good way to do it. Like once I have my surgery and get my hernia out of there, I want to go back into boxing. I want to get back in there. I want to drop the weight first, but I want to get back into boxing.
But I think for like her, like she said something very important at the end of her clip. It's like, what is a manly? What is the standard for a man? And that's a great question I asked for someone who doesn't know. And so if she would have led with that, she would have got a better.
I think she was saying all the unimportant things, like he's wearing lip balm.
Because a man who literally listens to her is automatically going to be viewed as weak.
Yeah, no, I mean, and the thing is, it's like we gotta set a standard that is doable for because a lot of men they feel like these pressures are put on men, so a lot of them don't even try. A lot of them don't even try because the amount of pressures that are put on men to like have your shit together, to have this, have that, but not knowing that everything's a process, dog. Like, it's a fucking process, and so you got to put something down where it's okay to not know shit. You know what I mean? It's okay to not know shit. Just figure it out, and so I kind of see where she was trying to go with it, but I guess she missed me in the middle part where she was talking about lip balm and fucking all that other shit. I was just like, I don't care about that.
Actually, let me pull up this quote that I, if I can find it, that can kind of guide this conversation a little bit better in terms of not even just for like men, but just women and human in general. Let me see if I can find it. It's not about alpha. It's not about weak and strong. Hold on. Okay, here it is. The quote is, "It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change." And this is quoted by Charles Darwin in terms of like evolution, right? So my thing is I think that makes perfect sense because if you know anything about nature in general, right? It's not necessarily about who's the strongest, what's smartest, like who's the most adaptable. And this is why you see animals change throughout the years based on their environment or predators or different factors in terms of like diseases and things like that. So for me, like being a man, it's not necessarily like, oh, you got to be the strongest, the smartest, the fastest, the toughest, the alpha. You just got to be adaptive, right? And be willing to adapt and change. That way you can overcome whatever situation you're in. So I might actually get that tatted.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you do got to be willing to change. Like, I think that's just the human spirit. It has to be ready to adapt. Otherwise you get left behind type thing. And so, no, I do see it. So just going back to what she was talking about, I see what she's talking about. If, we can find a standard where it's doable for most men, oh yeah, they would follow it because most standards have been like the amount of pressure that's put on men is at all-time high right now. Men have to have, it's at all-time high right now. Men have to have all their shit together, everything. But a man that's doing okay is fine too. And we also got to be okay with telling men that they're okay. You know what I mean? They're doing fine. A lot of them think so. There's actually a study that was out that, funny enough that we're talking about it, that supposedly the majority of men between the ages of, I believe it was 25 and 35, they believe they're running out of time to get their shit together.
Yeah.
And so like the majority, like a study's been shown, I forgot what the survey was done with, but a majority of them feel like they're running out of time.
I'm actually glad you brought this up. I mean, I don't think men are wrong to think that because, to be honest, when I was out recruiting in Chicago and I'd always be in the high schools, like the young girls will always talk about like the guys they're talking to and they'll always be like old dudes. And first and foremost, it's mad disgusting, but like, that's not a matter. But it's like, you got 16-year-old girls talking about they're dating 21-year-old dudes, 23, 30. And then you got 19-year-old girls who are dating 40-year-old dudes. So it's like you are running out of time because realistically, once you get to that threshold where you're in your prime and you don't have anything to show for, like any sort of assets, muscles, intelligence, it's nothing. Like you're not even in a lower tier at this point, you know. So
yeah, you're not even in the game, and so but even then, yeah, even then though, I do think men are actually doing a lot better than what they get credit for. Yeah. And I do think a lot of men are actually in a good spot and a good space to increase their, their value, their worth, everything, their knowledge. I think they're in a good space, but a lot of them are feeling that pressure because women want a man with a bands, or what's that bitch saying? She want him in a scat pack.
Well, a scat pack,
yeah. Fucking like, he has to have this, he has to that. So loud. Shut up. She acting like a BMW was a fucking trash car.
No, there's definitely been a shift for sure.
Yeah.
So
and so yeah, no, it's just weird. It's a weird time we live in, and it's just like, no, guys, you're doing okay. If you have a roof over your head, you got food in your belly, you got clothes to put on, you guys are doing better than most. But anyways, let's head on to the next topic. Oh, you got something?
Nah, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah. Fucking speaking of men or guys, so this mother was put out a video talking about her son, saying that, she doesn't know why he's single. And, well, let's let the video do the talking.
I bet.
Yeah, I guess you'll see why.
What are you doing?
Hi, ladies. My son is single.
Is this
Say hi, Devin.
Bona Mama. Bona Mama? What is this one?
Gosh, damn, his shorts are real short. Those are some short shorts.
Jeez. He got the
All right.
I got a few pair of shorts like that though.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I got something that's close to it, but I ain't gonna lie, those shorts are pretty short. Like mine's would be at least halfway past down the thigh.
I wouldn't wear it with a long sleeve though.
Yeah, I don't know. It just I don't know. It's just weird. But
if I had like a long sleeve, I had probably like a oversized t-shirt or something. Make it actually look nice, not gay.
Yeah, that shit kind of look like booty.
I probably can't. Can I say that word?
I probably wouldn't.
All right.
Probably he what do you call him? Got sugar in his tank?
Yeah, he's a little sweet.
Yeah, a little sweet. Let's see.
Oh, he's so sweet. He goes to Costco with his mommy. See? Ladies, y'all better know when to get married.
The caption is crazy.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, that boy looked like he got some sugar in his tank. And that's what happens when you raise a boy with only his mom, when a mom's only raising a boy. Like he did not, there was nothing masculine about him. And so and then even the caption says she knows exactly why he's
yeah, captions is crazy.
All right, so let's look at the comments because that's the most positive place on the internet, right?
Comment section about
she seems like he's the girlfriend.
Broskies and the broskies.
Man, so he's catching, not pitching.
Okay, we.
Cheat code unlocked. Bro, worst enemy is a microplastic detox. Oof.
Jeez.
He likes men. Straight up. Yeah, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. They said he pointed to what he wanted, a bone. Gosh damn.
Oh man.
She wants him to get a girlfriend, but once he does, she's going to undermine the relationship at every turn. Yeah. Or he's gonna get a girl just like his mom, controlling probably. And because she wants to be in, she wants to be in everything in his life. some moms need to know when to let a man be a man, but a lot of moms don't, especially single mothers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to let a man be a man. You know what I mean? They don't let him. And then this is why you get a lot of what's called son husbands, unfortunately, or in this case, son wives. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that brother, he's a little tilted to the side. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
A little tilted to the side.
He's a little tilted to the side, unfortunately. That brother got some sugar in his tank.
It's sweet as can be.
Yeah, that car is fucked up in all the ways. And so, yeah, it's bad, but it is what it is. It's like, this is what happens when you try to raise men. And thing is, unfortunately, it's like a man cannot raise his daughter to be a woman. He can only show her what type of man she should strive to go towards.
I disagree.
And so, yeah, no, and going to women, you can't raise your son to be a man, and you can only learn that from other men. And so, yeah, no, and I understand. You can, and I understand that part too. It's like, but a man, a boy needs a father figure, or he needs a father.
I disagree. I wholeheartedly believe a man can teach his daughter how to be a woman.
Yeah, but to a certain degree.
Like, he's not gonna, like the super feminine things and dress up and all that good stuff. Right. But like he could realistically give her a strong, solid foundation of how to be a feminine woman. Just like most of these women nowadays who do have dads, they say they like, oh, my dad taught me how to be, aggressive, or masculine, all these different things. You see what I mean?
No, I mean, yeah,
like those days, who are they learning how to be a woman from, anyways? Because their mom's teaching them to be strong, independent women who.
Yeah, no. And the thing is, it's like, but the thing is, it's like, am I gonna do any better as a man?
I think so.
Am I gonna do any better? Like, I can show her what type of man she should strive to be. I should show her what a man is supposed to do. But at the end of the day, I can't show her exactly how to be a woman. And so, it's like, yeah, no, you can do it up to a certain point. You can do it up to a certain point. But when it comes to that, they need mother figures. They need to see it themselves. Because if they're just learning from a guy,
conversations that you can't have, or like there's certain wisdom you're not going to be able to give her in extreme situations, or if she has those hard questions.
Yeah. And the same thing goes with a woman raising a boy into a man. You can do it to a certain point. You should show him by example what kind of woman he should strive to get. And so, which a lot of them don't do it. A lot of them are bitter. And so what they do is they emasculate their child at an early age because they feel like that's the man that their baby father should have been. And so what they do is they try to raise them to a different standard than what they're supposed to be raised on because of what other man did. And so what they do is they pussify that boy. And a lot of times they come out with some sugar in their tank. Unfortunately, like I've seen it before. Like I've seen some of the toughest niggas get soft around their mom because their mom emasculated them as children. And so it's like, yeah, no, a lot of them they didn't know how to raise their sons because the only father figures they got was niggas that were coming over to fuck their mom. Those were the only father figures that they got. Hey, how you doing there, boy? Hey man, go and wait in the living room, man. Me and your mom gonna be in the room real quick. That's it. That's what they got most of the time. And so this is why a lot of men choose promiscuous, stank ass women.
People after they.
But the thing is, I was raised by a single mom too.
Yeah.
At a certain point, and she got married and she did her thing, and so and so she did her best, and I respect her for everything. But at the end of the day, when it comes to raising a man, you can only do it to a certain point if you're not a man. You can only do it to a certain point. And then after that, they got to see it for themselves because a lot of them don't know nothing. You know what I mean? Like I was struggling with my dad. We were going through all sorts of hurt, a whole bunch of trauma and everything. But I'd rather be with my dad because I was learning from him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's being with a man versus being with a woman.
Yeah, and so you learn all these things with him and everything. Like, hey, it just is what it is, and so, you know, I don't say this with malice. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that you don't know what you're talking about, but at the same time, it's like that boy's a little tilted to the side.
Yeah.
If you would have had some strong presence, one, he wouldn't be single and shopping with his mom at age 20 plus years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At 24, you know what I mean? That's
who would do something like that.
Yeah, you're shopping with your mom. That's
You look hella excited to be doing that too.
Yeah, you're over here having fun and everything, but I'm like,
I'd immediately be annoyed if I had to go shopping with my mom. Like upset.
I love you. You know, I love my mom, but you know, I'm not, hey, let's go shopping, y'all.
Like, nah, I'm good.
Nah, like you go and do that to a certain point, and so much respect to the mom, but at the same time, it's like you're not doing them any favors with that video. Unfortunately.
Do you think she put him on blast?
You said what?
She just put him on blast.
Yeah. Well, I think she unexpectedly, what's called made him look bad online.
Yeah.
And you know, her heart was in a good place, but the thing is, that boy's a little tilted to the side though, and so you gotta adjust properly. You gotta adjust properly because it's like, you know, it's like, bro, like you're not doing them any favors, man. You're just not. You're just not. It's unfortunate, but you're just not. You're not doing them any favors. Let's see.
I can tell you what to cook up.
Yeah, you're just not doing him any favors, man. That boy, it looks like he has sugar in his tank. That boy looks like he's catching more than he's pitching. And you know, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's like you raised that boy to be that way, and now it's like you gotta just bear the consequences. These are the consequences. You get a little, you know, soft little boy. It's unfortunate, you know. A lot of these men are fucking soft. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of like the standard's so fucking low to be a man in this generation. Like it's so low to be a man. You know, the standard to be a man is so low. But the thing is, a lot of men get criticized and get, you know, sometimes even get ostracized for being men because, you know, you have opinion and you're like, no, I don't think my daughter should be twerking in no club. That's just my opinion. And in a lot of cases, men will get ostracized because of that, for having that opinion. And, you know, it's like, you know, when you're a man and you speak up for yourself, it's like you get what's called ostracized and you get told that you're wrong all the time.
Yeah. You get left out, you know.
And so a lot of men don't even try because they're like, what's the point if I'm gonna get ostracized? Yeah, you know what I mean? You just like you said what?
This is one reason why I'm like recently, you know, I've started being careful about who I actually hang out with and why. Because like your friend group can play a huge part in like the decisions you make and why you make them. And that goes into that ostracism as well. Because it's like if you're in a friend group with a bunch of people who lean a specific type of way or believe something, like for an example, like if like let's just say you're in a group where dudes don't think that it's okay to fight or like fight back when you're in a situation out on the street. You could get ostracized if you're like the person who think that like, oh, I should fight back. Because now everyone's coming at you like, yo, these situations, like for an example, right? Let's just say like you go out in town at a bar and then there's some dude, because there's always someone out trying to like fight for whatever reason, but you know, someone, you know, starts antagonizing you in the group. Everyone else is like, yo, like let's leave it alone. It's cool, it's whatever. But you're like, nah, this dude's being disrespectful. Let's take it outside. Now your friend group's coming at you crazy. which is making you look weak, which is making the whole friend group weak. Now y'all are all fighting for whatever reason, but they're not fighting, they're just trying to break it up while you're getting jumped. And so now whenever the whole situation clears up, all the smoke's out of the water. Those dudes you went out with are all, like this was unnecessary, blah 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 this, and then it just leads into extra drama. So just an example, you know what I mean? But I get where you're coming from though, So it's just I think it's all about like who you hang out with for the most part, and the group that you
and just who you decide to be around,
Yeah. Because like the ostracism thing is real,
Yeah. No, true. Yeah, a lot of my opinions, I mean, a lot of people don't like them, a lot of people don't follow them, but it's like, I'm going to have these opinions regardless. And so I think being a man is standing on your morals and standing up for yourself.
That's so hard.
Oh yeah, no, it's hard being a man. And that's the thing. You got to do it. And so, it's not easy. It's not something that's enjoyable. It's a hard, it's an uphill battle each time, but it's like you gotta fucking do it because you're a man. What else is there to do?
Especially when either decision you make, like let's just say like there's like a hard decision you gotta make, and either way you go, you're gonna like you're getting bruised either way you go.
Yeah.
Like there's an L on either side. Like that is hard. That is so hard.
Yeah, no, man, you're gonna but the thing is, the world's a better place for you making those decisions. Like for a lot of times, people that don't want to make the decisions, and usually are the ones that make the decisions, are usually the best people to make those decisions.
Yeah.
And so it's like the people that didn't want it at first, and the humble man making those decisions and doing what you have to do, and whatever criticism we take, we can take it. That's the life of a man. If there's anybody that could take it, it's a man. Imagine, excuse me, imagine, no offense to any woman out there, but a lot of times it's on the man at the end of the day. If that relationship fails, it's on the man. Like, what was the guy doing? You know what I mean? Like, at the end, like if a woman cheats on a man, like, damn, man, he wasn't policing that shit, or he wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that. Yeah. It's on the man at the end of the day. And so the sooner you learn to embrace that, I think you're going to be better off, because a lot of guys don't want to embrace it, and they feel like, damn, like no matter what I do, I'm wrong, and a lot of guys feel trapped that way. And so, and those are okay problems to have, though. Those are problems that you should have. Because at the end of the day, you're the ones making the decision, and so you were going to make the best one to your ability. It's not always going to be the best one. It's not always going to be the best decision. Yeah. But hey, listen, as long as you're the one making it and you're okay with it in your heart, nobody can tell me nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I got to make hard decisions all the time, but at the end of the day, I do it for the greater good.
I will say it does get a little easier after you make that first difficult decision, and then it just keeps compounding after that. It seems like you can handle it or manage it a little bit better, but I'm just saying it's hard regardless through and through. So any man out there struggling right now trying to make a way, like I understand, like keep doing it, keep pressing forward, because I'm telling you, it just
I mean, at the end of the day,
it's crazy.
Hey, it's okay to take that criticism, because you can take it. At the end of the day, like, the trials and tribulations always go to the man, because they're the ones that can take it. I mean, they're the leaders. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Wherever family you're leading, wherever, household you're leading, you got to take it. You got to take the butt of the joke. You got to take the butt of life. But at the end of the day, it's because you can take it. Not many men can take it. And, it seems hard, some days more than others, but it's like, at the end of the day, you're the one that can take it, though. And so it's not easy. But at the end of the day, like, if you are in your household and you take responsibility for everything, and you also decide that you're going to have the authority, you can shape that world into something you feel that it's going to be better.
I do think it's important though, because like people, like it's just like a sixth sense, like it's an aura about, you know, like a man who has made difficult decisions, like who has, you know, made it out of hell and hot water and standing tall. It's just they have a certain aura that everyone respects. It's just like the hero's trial, you know, when or like back in like the days of old when tribes would make young boys go through hellish things just to become man. Like it's just something about you that's just so different from other people. And it's just like it's just like you automatic like certain level of respect. Like you're put on a different pedestal. So it's just like if you have to make hard decisions or go through it, just give your all, because the people who go through life as a joyride, or not even people, just the man who thinks it's like you got to live life comfortably or take the easy route, you can smell it on them. It's just like, bro, you
to all the shortcut takers, all the scammers, to all the people that take the easy way out, that's usually the longest road. And so, and that's the part they don't understand. It's always the longest road that you take when you take a shortcut.
Yeah.
You think it's the easier route, it's always the longest road. And so, if you guys are going through it, going through the fire, going through the storm, hey, you're doing better than most, because there's a lot of men that avoid it because they don't want to deal with the trials and tribulations. And so you got to go through it. But anyways, I'm going to end it there, man. That was a good note. We're going to end on. Appreciate a name brand for coming through. That nigga disappeared.
He
was out of it though. I saw he was sleeping. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I saw his eyes going like this.
He was
I was like, that brother's gone. But no, appreciate you guys for coming through, man. This is gonna be a free episode, so tune in. Like I said, we're gonna start with our memberships. Our memberships are right now are $199 for the Too Easy Access, and then it's $499 for the Too Easy Elite package. So we got the membership going on for right now. So guys, tune in, jump in, do what you gotta do. That way you get access to all unfiltered, unedited content, and that way you see the real us versus just hearing us being censored. I know you guys don't want to hear that. But I'm gonna let y'all go for now. I appreciate Name Brand. Shout out to CP. I am your host, King Barco. It's been real. It's been raw. It's been too easy, y'all.